Hello everyone, I'm SuperDazza.
And I'm Purley.
And I'm SuperDazza.
And I'm Purley.
And welcome to the SMITE Community Podcast, the podcast where we focus on the SMITE community from the past 2 weeks, whilst Purley knows absolutely nothing about it. Did I throw you off with that one?
And I'm Purley.
Oh, we've broken him. Oh no. He's broken. Where's the reset button? Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm very well. Obviously, this one is coming out a day later than expected.
Yes.
Because we are actually recording this on the Sunday that it should be coming out.
This video should have gone up an hour ago, technically.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
That's fine. A couple of things I want to point out before we get started today. Firstly, as it is Sunday, that means it is the 4th of November. And if anyone knows anything about Britain, on the 5th of November is bonfire night here, where there's lots of fireworks outside. So,
oh god,
if you hear any fireworks, because even though bonfire night is the 5th of November, it tends to be around the 2nd to the 8th of November. So,
yeah.
If you hear any fireworks, I apologise.
It is the weekend of bonfire night.
Yeah.
So there may be some loud bangs.
I've already heard some loud bangs. So,
Mm.
But second thing I wanted to say is I ended the last podcast by saying I gave myself 2 things to do, and that was to upload the podcasts to SoundCloud and make a brand new end section so that I wasn't recycling an old end section. I did half of them. I think 50% is a good pass.
So you did
right?
one of them. I mean,
Yeah,
you said that you
50%
you also said that you had 2 end sections in the end sections in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of been a lot of work to make one.
Well,
But well done. I'm proud of you for doing
you'll
half
see
what you
how
said you would.
I mean, you'll see how low effort I've made this end section. Okay, it's not necessarily low. It's entertaining, but it is also low effort. But yes, so I have got a new end section, but I have not uploaded stuff to SoundCloud. It's a lot of effort, right? And I will do it for
It's
next
weird.
one, maybe 10th episode. It should be up. 10 episodes, right, is going to be the next podcast. Just to put that into some perspective for you, we after 10 episodes of SMITE Community Concepts, we got an artist.
That's crazy.
We got an artist. We had a completely different format for the series, and we progressed so much within 10 episodes. This podcast has just stayed exactly the same. We've added a suggestion section. That's about it.
God, 10 episodes. Doesn't feel like 10 episodes at all.
No, we're gonna we're gonna run out of things to talk about at some point.
Well, hopefully things will keep happening. If things stop happening at all, then we've got more issues than not having a podcast. But it's weird. That probably means there's over an hour of me just chatting my ass off on the internet.
Over an
10
hour,
hours.
did you say? I was going to say.
I meant 10 hours.
You listed to it over an hour if you rounded away.
Which is a long time.
Yeah. It's crazy.
10 hours is Ooh, we should keep track, and we should, set off some kind of, buzzer or siren, or, drop confetti when we hit 24 hours of, podcast made.
24 hours. I like
Yeah.
that.
Just it'll be in the middle of a podcast at some random point. Then it'll just be a single party popper. Woo! And then
Celebrate.
yes, that's what we should do.
Hire a band. It'll be great. So, as it is Sunday, Friday has passed. That's crazy. And on Friday,
what a one-off event!
on Friday we got some brand new patch notes. Although they are update notes, I always call them patch notes. They're technically called update notes.
Are they?
They are.
They used to be called patch notes.
They did. Up until I think the whole of season 5 has been update notes.
I hate they're called update notes. That's a really bad idea.
Did you watch them? Have you read them?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I saw a spoiler that there is Domination coming back.
Spoilers
on YouTube.
In the name of the title of the patch notes. Well, I mean, to be honest, I think this is the new. Like, the idea was that we both watched patch notes and spoken about it, but I think we can do both. It doesn't. You don't necessarily need to have watched them. There's a few things I wanted to point out. A lot more things that I want to talk about in this patch notes than any other patch notes. Firstly, is I wanted to discuss the fact that, obviously cool skins as per, but this specific patch notes, there was there were 2 community skins that were added.
Ooh,
one
nice.
of them was from I think Juniper Garcia, Ice Queen Aphrodite, and the second, who you may have heard of before, Winter's Curse Cucullin by the fabulous Duraz Man on Twitter.
Wait, really?
Made it into the game. Yes.
Wait, seriously?
So if you remember a while ago, they had a Halloween vote and a winter vote, and they had 5 skins in each, and yeah, they were separate votes. So the Halloween one's been and gone. So this patch notes is the winter's turn, and Jiraz, who, if anyone doesn't know, was our previous artist for SMITE Community Concepts.
Is Jiraz doing this? Seriously? Where's...
Yes, Jiraz...
I don't believe you. I'm looking through...
Jiraz's skin concept made it into the game. Winter's Curse Cucullin.
Where does it say that? Does it say that anywhere in the patch?
It doesn't say that anywhere, no. But
okay.
It's his concept, and they mentioned it in the actual patch notes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is very cool.
That's really cool.
Very good stuff. Well deserved. It's a very good skin. And yeah, they did a good job with it as well in game. So, and Jiraz seems to be happy with it. So, that was it for skins stuff. Apart from the fact that we have plushie Kepri and it's just adorable.
I hope they do a lot of plushie skins.
Well, we've already got 3 and they're all Guardians.
Guardians lend themselves to the plushie thing, though.
That's also true.
I just
They're
punched my
tanky.
table. Yeah.
I'm waiting for a plushie Ymir.
Plushie Ymir would be good.
Or a literal Ymir plushie.
They exist, don't they?
I think someone might have made one at some point. Or mentioned it. So we also have a new adventure, Celestial Domination. So it's old Domination, but weebified. Pretty much, I think. I don't know. I don't think it's too weebified. I don't think it's weebified as much as Darji's Adventure. Or Darji, what was it called? Darji's Legend of the Foxes. But I think it's not. No, it's not necessarily. It's still Egyptian themed, but it's more celestial themed than it is anime.
Weird that, since it's called the Celestial Domination. So is it a new map?
Yeah, it is.
Or the
exact. It's very similar to the old Domination map. They've obviously updated textures, and I think they may have made a few tweaks to the layout of it. But all in all, there are 3 lanes, like it used to be, before they removed it. There is a guy in each of the lanes, and you have to kill the guy, and whichever team is in the middle of the circle when he dies, they own that point, and whichever team owns more points at one time removes tickets from the other side. like in an arena, and the first team to lose all their tickets loses. Something like that.
That's cool.
Yep.
This is a thing that's been talked about, almost like Haras have been teased about quite a lot. It's become like bring back Domination's become this big thing. Even though this doesn't need to be brought back. And it's just cool. I just like that it's just here
as an adventure.
As like a thing. Yeah, as an adventure.
I want to know your opinion on something. Like I've thought about this recently. So obviously we've got Domination in this for this adventure, and the last adventure we got Classic Joust back, right? So they're 2 old maps that we've got back.
Yeah. Which
are obviously 2 things that they've wanted to do for adventures. Does the fact that they didn't spread out these 2 mean that they're going to stop the adventures for next year? Maybe they just packed in these 2 right at the end because they really wanted to do them, but they'd never get the chance to do them again.
It also has the go out with a bang sort of thing to it.
Yeah.
They would have said that, surely.
I don't think so.
There's no point keeping it a secret.
No, but also they may have not got it 100% yet. And also HRX is coming up, and they have announced that they're doing some sort of Hi-Res Presents thing, which is going to be like the devs and stuff talking about the different Hi-Res games and what's coming up for them, so they could be talking about it in that potentially. Or a replacement for it. I don't know.
I think they would need to replace it with something. They can't just remove adventures.
Yeah, I agree. We shall see. Moving swiftly on, a few more things. Firstly, the Learn tab has been updated with a VGS guide, and from what they were talking about on patch notes, it also has a VGS mini game as well. So it comes up on screen. It comes up on screen like a sequence of things to use to show through VGS, and you have to type in the VGS commands. I'm looking forward to it. Like it's something like 3 strikes and you're out, something like that. There's like a high score thing, something like that. So yeah,
there's gonna be someone out there that just plays the VGS game and doesn't play Smite. There'll be someone. There's always someone. There'll be just like, do you play Smite? Yeah, I play a bit of Smite, but not Conquest or Arena or any of. No, I play the VGS minigame in the menu in the Learn tab. Hours of entertainment right there. There will be someone.
It's gonna be me for like a week. I'm really excited about this feature. And also, I know we don't talk too much about balance on here because, to be honest, most balance is fine nowadays. But wanted to mention Kronos does need a buff. He got a base health buff and a per level health buff, and he needed it for Conquest definitely, and it should be based around Conquest, balanced around Conquest. I just wanted to say that I'm very excited to play him even more in Duel, because he is my main already in Duel. So thank you, Hi-Res. And Kernanos. Kernanos got a slow on his ult, which is a polymorph. Targets are now slowed by 20%, and they mentioned that. Okay, Kernanos is a little bit underpowered right now. Anyway, like he probably did need a buff, but they meant the reason why they said they changed this was not because he needed the buff, but because Hera also has a polymorph, but it slows. So they wanted to make a polymorph a silence, a disarm, and a slow, essentially.
Okay, so it's not really that they're adding a slow to his ultimate, it's that they're changing the definition of the CC in his ultimate.
Yeah, they're generalized. Yeah. They're making polymorph an actual CC its own definition.
Okay. That sounds to me like it might be gearing towards more polymorphs in future gods as well, which is exciting.
That'd be cool.
If they're kind of formalising it, because they don't tend to formalise things that only 2 gods have.
No.
Really.
No, that's true, yeah. So that is it for patch notes. Looking forward to that. Now, moving on to official stuff.
I thought there was going to be something really impactful there. You said now, and you went, and now. Moving on to the official stuff that Harris has written.
Moving on to the
That's what you sound like.
Yeah. So they've said, the Harris have said that at Dreamhack, where Harris Expo is going to be, there's going to be a lot of almost seminar-y type things where developers and content creators and community people and stuff like that are going to be doing like talks. And I wanted to point out one called The Past, Present and Future of SMITE, which is going to be Richard Yu, which is people would know him as Ryu, Hyra's Ryu, and Ajax. This is the description. SMITE has brought millions of players into the battleground of the gods, and as one of the biggest esports, SMITE has evolved the world of competitive gaming. But we're not done yet. We can't stop, won't stop, and unlike our memes, we're looking to the future. I like that. Join us as we celebrate SMITE's history and present what's in store for 2019. Plus, learn more about how we brought SMITE's 100th god to life. 100th being revealed.
And they're hyping it, which means I mean, I spent like 10 minutes last time saying that I don't like hype, but it does now give us the hint that they are doing something for it. Like, they aren't just, I don't know, saying and how we brought the 100th god to life. It sounds like they're actually doing something.
I mean, I think when they say
sense.
bring it to life, I think they just mean how they're bringing it to the game. Not like literally bringing it from the dead.
Well, I didn't think they were resurrecting a god.
They could have been. No, but I think I know what you mean.
Like, because... well, 99's been released. 99.
What? 99 has not been revealed yet. 98 was Hera.
Why did I think... Okay.
Jormungandr, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But, like, if 99 hasn't been released yet and they're hyping up 100, if they're skipping 99, the 100 must be really interesting. I think they're doing something, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is.
Well, turn away now if you don't like listening to data mining. But data mining has shown that the next two gods... I mean, you can if you'd like. The next two gods... Fuck. For God's sake. Have you actually gone? Right, he's actually gone. Okay, right. Well, we're going to do this together then. Just me
I haven't actually gone. Sorry, I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
So, I will do. So, so in data mining, there is... The next two gods are being described as, in the files, a wizard and... Oh, get this right, Danny. Wizard and a knight.
Okay.
And a lot of people are speculating that could, but basing on those keywords alone, and the fact that the knight has like a stance switch between, hold on, I'm gonna get this up so I don't mess it up. The fact that the knight guy has a switch stance from normal and Spartan. There we go. A lot of people are speculating that Wizard and Knight could be, respectively, Merlin and Arthur.
Oh, that just sunk in on you as you was saying. Speculated that it could be. I was like, is that Merlin and Arthur? That they aren't gods.
They're not, but
it's
there's
cool.
a lot of characters that aren't gods.
Yeah, but their stories have nothing to do with gods.
It's thought. Apparently, Snufflebox, apparently, according to data mining, said that it could be King Arthur for Celtic pantheon.
Celtic? Why is that Celtic?
I don't know, you tell me. But, like, I assume because they're more sort of human, maybe.
What?
Well, I think Celtic gods are more human-like, right? Like Celtic gods aren't like almost almighty beings. Almost, they're more down to earth. Is how I think of it. I might be wrong.
I mean, it'd be cool to get Merlin and Arthur in. I don't know how they do Arthur because he's literally just a mortal man.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool. I think they need to change their branding though.
Yeah,
because it's the battleground of the gods, and some woman that pissed off the gods and was turned into a spider, and a really strong dude, and Merlin and Arthur, and like
was the really strong dude Hercules by any chance?
Yes,
I feel so. And I mean, as much as I would absolutely love to play Merlin in Smite, yeah, no, thanks. That doesn't really fit. I agree with you. And also in the official side of things, 3 days ago, Smite announced their new SMITE Launcher, and it goes along with the whole Steam linking thing to your account. Starting on November 1st, which was 3 days ago, we'll be rolling out a new launcher to players that play Smite using the standalone client, so completely away from Steam. So this will essentially, reading over the FAQ, which you can find on the Smite website. I think it's still very similar to what it has right now. There's no authentication service thing anymore. So your authentication service, your separate authentication service, the whatever it was called, high-res patch authentic. I don't know what it's called.
Neither do I.
But that could be uninstalled automatically, apparently. But I think what they're trying to do is they're essentially just trying to streamline the whole login process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm getting from that.
I mean, the SMITE Launcher isn't just the SMITE Launcher as well. The SMITE Launcher is the high-res launcher that they use for all their games, isn't it? No,
not really. I mean, they're still separate. They're still separate. Like, it's not the high-res launcher. It is the SMITE Launcher that you open.
Oh, okay.
You can get to other games from it, but that
confused me.
That does open their respective launchers.
I don't know. That's probably because they are doing the Steam stuff, and that opens the door to like marketplace and Steam currency and trading and all these sorts of things. Yeah, open the doors to. They don't need to go through the door. Mm-hmm. They've unlocked the door and allowed players if they want to.
And
then open and walk
and everybody
through.
walked the dinosaur. Is that?
No. Why is that even? Anyway. So I guess they're adding features so that you don't feel like you're missing out if you haven't got the Steam client. So they'll add equivalent functionality to both their launcher and the Steam store, will be my guess.
Potentially.
Or any other features of Steam that they plan to use.
I mean, by updating the launcher, it's obvious that they don't want everyone to go through Steam. They are fine with people going through their own launcher.
Yeah.
So, I think the idea with Steam is that they're trying to get it so that you don't have to both log into Steam and then log into Hi-Res, like when the launcher comes up.
Okay. That would also explain the whole authentication changes.
Yeah.
If they're changing how that all works.
Exactly. So
that'd be good if they can get to a point where you just press play on Steam and SMITE launches, not the SMITE Launcher launches.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good.
Yeah, exciting. Moving on. We'll move on to community stuff now. That's it for the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks. On Reddit, Villanoinka says, and this is kind of linked to what we were just talking about God 100. My predictions on the next 3 gods.
3.
Villanoinka, so 99, 100, and 101. Villanoinka says it will be Jormungandr, Set, and Horus in that order.
Oh, Set's been talked about for a while.
So Set and Horus, obviously, so they're both Egyptian, and from my understanding, Set is the bad guy who like trashed like all of Egypt or something, and Horus was the guy that was like girl, I don't really know, that saved everyone from Set. Which could go well with lore. Yeah. You know, bring over Set. Oh, who's gonna stop Set? Haha, it's me, Horus. That's how they sound. Haha, see?
He's gotta do that. All of Smite is in ruins.
I will take you down. So Villanoinka says, recently Horus has been releasing gods to fit a narrative. Heroes Odyssey artwork shows Jormungandr on Mount Olympus, which we spoke about before, and the narrative is constantly talking about the Loki fam. Gamescom will announce Jormungandr, is their prediction. The Heroes Odyssey will then go on to talk about how all this fighting will leave the throne wide open for some unprofessional usurper. Is that the word? Season 6 will begin with Set. Kind of like the Hades/Ragnarok event. If they continue this narrative trend of causing a calamity and then immediately resolving it, only one guy can stop Set, and we'll get Horus eventually. Kind of hope it works out like this, because I've really been enjoying the story. It's not amazing, but it's done good things for the skin events and god releases. I kind of hope it crosses over to the adventures. By the way, may I point out the fact of how long each chapter of Heroes Odyssey thing is. Like, it's really good, but it's very long. It's so long. Like, it takes 15
if you want
seconds.
to read it.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not saying that this is not a bad thing at all, but it takes like 15 seconds to scroll all the way down one chapter. Just with a normal scroll wheel.
I like that it's there, though. It's one of those things. It almost makes it seem like it reassures you that Hi-Res cares, because like this kind of stuff does not appeal to the average Smite user. I'm pretty sure 60-70% of Smite users will just play the game, barely even watch patch notes, look at the new god when they come out, and they'll just want to play the game. But for those people that go extra to go into the community and watch all the patch notes and figure out what's going on, there's kind of a reward there, and it feels good.
Yeah.
And there's all this lore stuff that 1% of the people are going to read all that lore stuff. But it just shows that Hi-Res are doing it because they just care.
It is honestly really cool. Like, they've obviously got like professional writers for this kind of thing, because it's fantastically written. I've read a few chapters of it. It is really, really good. It is surprising, like, because they have done stuff like this before and it's been kind of meh, but with Heroes Odyssey, they've gone one step above.
And it's good.
Yeah. So apparently, I'm not going to say that. My facts were wrong. But I will go on to say...
Fair enough.
Fantastic content.
How are your facts wrong?
All Smitey on Reddit says...
I think we've got stuff from All Smitey before, haven't we? Last time I complimented him on his name.
Yeah, you did. Do I have to edit in like a wobbly 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 to go back to the previous? I'm not doing that.
You should do though.
We could do the sound effects with voices right now, and then you just like say exactly how you said it last week.
Oh no, I don't know what I said last week.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm not editing. But
no, because can we do it, and can we just include like you making the sound just there, just wibbly 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 wibbly? Because I think you did it perfectly.
I think I did, to be honest.
I think we should use that sound effect from now on whenever we do any flashbacks for anything.
I think anyone should use that sound effect for anything.
I mean, okay, fine then. Creative Commons. Anyone at home?
Oh no, not Creative Commons. £10.
Oh,
for any use.
£10 per use.
Yeah, so
that's reasonable.
No, £10 per view. So Allsmighty, getting back on track. Allsmighty says, "What do you really want to see with Jormungandr, Set, and Horus?" So going off this kind of theory, the three of these gods have been highly requested by the community, and although they aren't confirmed to be in the game, what mechanics / features / visuals do you really want to be seen done with them? For example, Jormungandr could have an interesting growing mechanic and grow longer and longer as he levels up, maybe leaving a trail of poison behind him. What do you think? So Chase in the comments says Jormungandr should have a global ult / ability. I mean, he is the world serpent.
Definitely.
I agree with that. He has to be. I think, like you said in one of the podcasts, he is such an almighty presence that if he isn't such a big presence in the game, they're doing him wrong, essentially.
Yeah. So I don't get Jormungandr. I don't get how they could think that there's a snake wrapped around the world that's so massive it can wrap around the world.
I thought you were going to say
no one's seen
flat. How can it wrap around the world? It's just flat.
Just lies on the world. But surely if it was on the world, we'd see it. Did they not?
I'm not gonna I agree with you, but this is so far in the past.
Did they know the world was round as well? That took a while to decide on.
Maybe we should ask
If
them.
they knew the world was round and they had boats, surely they went and looked for the world snake.
Do you think the Wayback Machine from last week goes as far back as that, and we can just ask people?
The world back machine? Maybe. I mean, It depends whether the archives go back to what the internet was like back then.
Yeah, true. Chaos Zero also comments on this saying, Jormungandr.
We're getting sidetracked a lot this podcast.
Yeah, and there's a lot to go. There's a lot to do in this one as well.
Okay, sorry, I'll focus.
Jormungandr, a growing mechanic and a guardian or warrior. As he gets kills or something, he gets bigger, maybe even uses his body as walls to shield his allies. Just something with his size.
That would be good.
That'd be cool. Horus, I want them to actually make him interesting. Horus is not a very interesting concept for a video game like this, and I think people don't realise that. He's most likely going to be a normal guy with a sword or something, and I don't want that. Set, I want him to use sand as his weapon, turns it into weapons and stuff, a dark wizard.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool. But Chaos is the guy, the god concept guy.
He's got a lot of god concepts.
He knows what he's talking about.
He probably already had god concepts for all these gods. Slash she.
I don't know who Chaos is.
So earlier there was the wizard and knight thing.
Ooh.
What was the information source for that?
SMITE data mining.
Oh, okay. How did data mining get?
Well,
they knight.
So Wizard actually used to be an NPC in the game. but they recently changed it to other abilities and passive and stuff. But no, they've just called it. Their kind of code names in the files are Knight and Wizard for the two.
Oh right, okay.
Gods.
Yeah, because Wizard and Knight doesn't really fall into Jorgenmander, Set, and the other one.
Although no, Wizard as Set and like Knight as Horus.
Oh yeah.
I thought that's what you were going for, to be honest. When you mentioned that.
Actually, yeah. I think.
Oh yeah.
Wizard and Knight could be 100 and 101. Doesn't have to be 99 and 100.
Oh,
if they've just found reference to those two characters in the files.
Actually, I didn't think about that, but yeah.
So maybe that's. So that actually supports the Jorgenmander, Set, and the other one theory. But that's just a theory. Sorry.
Oh no. Smite data mining does say Knight is God 99, but I'm not sure whether that's them guessing or whether that's actually in the files or not. We'll see.
I want to see Jorgenmander though. And the blocking allies with your tail fin.
That is a fantastic idea.
It sounds really cool, but there's two things.
Trolley.
First of all, very trolley, and second of all, quite OP.
Maybe. I mean,
like if you've got a tail of any length that you can like wrap around an ally, that's a bit OP. And also, all Smite character models. Yeah. Also, the hitbox for all Smite characters is a cylinder, like a vertical cylinder. They would have to do a lot of changing of code to make it a hitbox shape which isn't a cylinder on its face.
Yeah, they could do it. I believe in them.
Do you reckon they go through all that effort for one god?
Of course they will. They have to make. They have to like. They make whole new gods. Yes, this might be very different, but they still have to make 4 unique abilities. Still, like for every single god. Why not?
Yeah, but the abilities still tend to fit into a category, and also I've got a feeling there'd have to be a lot of fundamental changes to the code to make the only thing in the game with a hitbox that isn't a cylinder.
Okay, 3 things. Firstly, that might be true, so we might not see it. Secondly, we shall see. And thirdly, let's not assume what their code's like.
Fair enough.
And fourthly, that's a word. Moving on.
Yes, it is. Fourthly is a word, isn't it?
Then how far does it go up to, like, hundredthly?
Maybe.
How far does it go?
No, not hundredly though, because you don't say wait, you don't say threely. Quarterly? No, quarterly is quarter.
Yes. Anyway, always
you
just...
really can.
Yeah. Then
Google this.
Oh my god! All right. Well, whilst you're googling that, try and listen to this. Always Just Believe on Reddit says there needs to be a harsher punishment for people who abandon the game. I don't notice it as much when I play on PC, but when I play on console, people abandon games regularly. On Xbox, it's often easy to ascertain if they abandoned. Normally, I'm a Smite apologist, but the past week has been utterly atrocious with stuff like this. Leads to toxicity. Blah, 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 blah. What should we do about people who leave the game? What do you reckon? Punishments?
So it goes up to 13th Lee.
Thank you.
And I assume it will go... So I assume 100th Lee is a thing.
Did you listen to anything of what I said?
Yes.
Go
Leaving
on.
the game... can you get harsher than the reporting system? I guess just if Hi-Res investigates reporting for leaving the game.
They always have deserting and
yeah,
the goodwill system.
I mean, we don't know how harshly people are punished for leaving the game. If you get reported for being AFK and they look at it and you just left for no reason, then again, they've got the deserter system. Sorry, I'm not actually thinking straight. I spent too much brain power on wondering whether fourthly was a word.
Yeah.
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 Why can't I think? Oh, my brain's completely shut down.
Fantastic. Well, this is great.
This is going to be a good next half an hour. Yeah. They have good... So there's goodwill and there's deserters. What, you're saying they could add a favour cost as well?
I'm not saying anything. Maybe they can be a little bit harsher with, like, even things like longer deserters. Or, by the way, I'm playing Devil's Advocate. To be completely honest, I'm fine with what it is right now. As a PC player, I don't know how it is on console, but as a PC player, I tend to not see very many people leave the game, and when they do leave the game, it's in picks and bans.
Yeah.
And the people that I feel like the people that do rage quit, I like to think that they get like what's coming to them.
People don't tend to rage quit though.
In ranked,
you get
occasionally.
No, because people tend to leave because they have to go or their internet dies. Because if you're raging or you're going to rage quit, people normally just AFK.
Which, to be honest, yeah,
and they'll sit in base and spam basics.
That's true. I mean, to be honest, if people need to go, I think that's like it's just as bad.
Yeah.
As
if there was any doubt in your mind that you weren't going to be here for the next hour in case this conquest game lasts over an hour, then don't start a game. Go into an arena.
Especially ranked.
Yes. People do that sometimes.
Yeah.
People go, oh, I've got half an hour. Can squeeze a ranked game in. No.
And then spend 20 minutes on picks and bans.
Yeah.
And in queue, yeah. To us, I've probably done it as well. And, you know, things happen to, things happen to, innocent people as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's impossible to tell whether someone leaving the game, it's like a one-off thing, because that person, I don't know, their uncle died and they got to go and take care of their family or whatever.
Could you not
or something happens.
Example?
No. Brain not working.
Neither is your uncle's. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh no! What's this podcast become?
Why have you done this?
Why did you have to say that, Adam? Oh, right. Well, let's move on from your sick comment.
This is the worst podcast I've ever done. Okay, keep going. Let's go.
Aquila Tempestas on Reddit says how to make Siege better. I know Siege is an unpopular mode, probably the least popular out of all the game modes. As it stands right now, I don't find Siege all that bad, actually. More enjoyable than Joust Arena and Clash, personally. Though it's really annoying running into 4-man healing teams. How would you improve it to make it more appealing? What would you change about it? What's your thing about that? I like Siege. I don't play Siege, though. But I like Siege. And I think a lot of people are like that.
True.
I
don't think you can do anything about it, though.
If I want to play a casual game mode, I'll play Arena or Assault.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to play a kind of try-hard mode, but not for ranked, Conquest. If I'm try-hard mode, I'll play ranked. There's nowhere really that it fits for me, personally.
It's a weird one, because I enjoy playing Siege when I play it. It's got a really small player base as well, which makes it kind of a bit weirder to play, because you get match made weirdly a lot of the time, in my experience.
That's actually what a lot of people are saying in the comments. A lot of people are just saying... Yeah, I watch My Little Pony. That's
Is that his name? His or her name?
Oh no, I'm just stating a fact.
Oh.
Says
Cool.
the only problem with Siege is the matchmaking. There are almost always 4-man squads playing Siege, and they constantly they constantly match them up against solo queues. Not enough people play it, partly because of the matchmaking and because of where it is on the game mode list. In my opinion, Siege should replace Clash as the conquest bridge.
I don't think location on the queues list matters that much.
No.
First of all. Yeah, but I think the matchmaking issues are because it's a not very well played game mode.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't the player base to have that good matchmaking.
Well, actually, having said that, you want Samoa says,
I want Samoa
as a kind of meme, I think, but is a potential talking point. First thing to improve is tinfoil hat on. Remove the fake 7-minute queue that deters people from playing it, giving high-res leverage to remove it from the game.
I don't think that's going on. Although if it was going on, I wouldn't mind, to be honest with you.
I would rather them not be so snaky about it, but
yeah. No, I don't think the 7-minute queue is not because they're trying to get rid of Siege. It's because Siege needs a 7-minute queue.
Yes.
But because Siege needs a 7-minute queue,
yeah,
it might be worth removing because that means there's no one playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cause and effect is the other way around, or even there's a tertiary effect, the tertiary cause which is causing both effects.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
It's to be honest, I don't see, I think the fact that I watched My Little Pony was right.
Do you?
It should be replaced with. Siege should replace Clash as the conquest bridge, and it kind of was the conquest bridge until Clash came.
Yeah, Clash has just
so
replaced Siege.
I think the Clash being added has just ruined it. To be honest, ruined Siege.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've never really seen particularly why Clash was released.
Yeah,
but it definitely does work as a Siege replacement. Bit more.
Yeah.
Sorry, my chair's gonna squeak.
as a
bit more
as a Siege replacement. Yeah,
casual conquest map.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Siege is in a. I don't know. I don't even know whether it's revivable at this point.
Yeah.
Which
They
is annoying
could
because
do
it's
some kind of event.
Yeah, an event or touch up on the map, maybe. Anyway,
But then again, that's a lot of time and money and modelling spent on a game mode that no one plays.
that's also
so-
true.
Is that really worth it?
Exactly. I think they should get rid of it and I don't know, have it. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion because I'm someone that doesn't play the more casual modes as much, but have some sort of rotation of Clash, Joust, and Siege. Would be my
terrible idea.
Would be my personal. The thing that I would like to see in the game is sort of daily or weekly rotation of Clash, Joust, and Siege, so that
Who would prefer that?
Matchmaking is better.
Would you really prefer that?
It would be better.
Are you telling me that
matchmaking.
you wouldn't?
I think the same people that play each of those 3 game modes also play the other 2.
No.
I think.
Especially not a Joust.
Why not?
Because Joust people play Joust.
But
You'd be sitting in there and you go, oh, I fancy a Clash game.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Joust is on rotation right now.
Then I'll change that. If matchmaking becomes too much of a problem because there are too many game modes in the game, that's what I would like to see happening. But right now, I think they're
fine. I don't think matchmaking's a massive problem.
I think I think they're fine right now. Like, there is no reason for anything to change right now,
except
to be honest.
Siege.
Like, maybe give Siege a little bit of a touch up, but like you said, that might be a bad idea to put resources into it.
I do like Siege. It is a different, fun game mode. I think the issue as well is that there's 2 lanes and no jungler, which means that you can't really gank as a surprise. Like, if someone's missing, you just notice and know they're ganking. There is no jungler in there making it more complicated, and there isn't as much, like, if your lane opponent isn't there in Conquest, they could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If they aren't there in Siege, they're ganking.
Yeah, I think we can talk all day about flaws with Siege, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I'd like to see Siege be revived. I like Siege. Zimch3N, as the last community part, says, this is a very short one. The assault map is actually a frozen river.
Oh yeah.
Ah, I know.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly the reaction I had.
Oh yeah.
I know, crazy. Like, everyone in the comments
That's
is
cool.
Blown away.
Yeah. God, like 5 years ago, some dude was making it, and he was like, "Oh, I got this great idea for a massive frozen river. It'll be really cool and relevant because Norse and everything." Mm-hmm. And it's taken us 5 fucking years to figure it out. And that guy's sitting at home, and he's finally just like can sleep happily knowing that people have realised the whole point of the map.
Apparently, there's an Easter egg in the new Domination map.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
there's Easter eggs everywhere.
But like, they haven't said what it is yet. I haven't seen anyone find it out yet. But Sophie actually comments
probably like a Minotaur head, maybe. Sorry.
So Sophie comments on the assault map saying, on the assault map is actually Frozen River post saying, "Oh my god, I got goosebumps and don't even know why." But Mad Titans says it's too bad that it's not the Rainbow Bridge.
That'd be awesome though.
That'd be kind of cool. Norse thing.
That'd be really awesome. I mean, to be fair, the assault map, for a decently popular game mode, assault gets very little love. It hasn't had a new map since it was released.
If you look at the snow on the ground in Assault, like, it's just so pixelated. It needs some touch-ups.
Yeah.
Like, it's minor
very
touch-ups,
clearly old.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, that is it for community stuff. Moving on to the suggestions section.
Yeah. Nailed it. Keep going.
X Freeland says, "Why is there no favourite option in the God Select tab?"
I don't know, but it should be. And there.
That's the point of this section. While grinding Cumber to Diamond, I realised why isn't there an option where you can just favourite gods to avoid searching. It's some small quality of life changes that can make a big difference, especially when there's so many gods to sort through. It can get confusing to new players to find their favourite gods. But actually, Hyra's Bark, the senior UI engineer for Hyra's, says, the comments on this saying, "Favourites for god selection is something we would like to do in the future. We have a lot of things we are working on, but this is something I would like to get added to the game at some point." There we go.
Okay, then.
And then, suggestion section, number 2, SSJ Suna says, and I really like this idea, there should be some sort of tip guide for gods you don't have mastered while in-game.
Tip guide?
I never really thought about it before, but honestly, there should be something like this in-game to help. I mean, the amount of ignorant players I see on a day-to-day basis could all be solved with an in-game guide that pops up on your screen instead of having to go to abilities to look them up.
Oh, what? So the first...
So, like, something like, I don't know, for example, Thor, could be like, you can combine your 2 and your 1 to hit two hits of a god at the same time, for instance. Like, the more kind of more finer details. I think that could be cool.
That'd be cool.
Also,
and I think, I thought this for a while, that they can change the loading screens to be anything that's remotely useful. And I think in the loading screen they could have some, like, just even have the K menu in the loading screen.
Yeah, to be honest,
why isn't it there?
Like, I saw a thing before, like, why can't you go onto God Builder, like, during the picks and bans, even? Like, building custom God builds and stuff like that for the picks and bans would be fantastic. It's just something
that'd be pretty cool.
You can't do anything in picks and bans right now, or even like just regular blind pick whilst you're waiting. But Ularific actually.
There's a lot of waiting before game starts. Sorry.
Exactly. Ularific says, Hyra's used to recommend Frostbound Hammer and Crit on Thor. Are you really sure you want tips? I wouldn't mind if
he's got a point.
I wouldn't mind if players could put up guides within the game's own UI.
It would need to be a matter of popular tips.
Is that League or Dota has? Can't remember. Someone's gonna.
I don't know. I think that'd be cool. So some kind of like the popular items tab, like popular tips, and have like so high-res make a bunch of tips for the gods, and then you get shown a bunch in the loading screen, and you tick the ones that you find helpful every time, and then those ones are more likely to get shown to people.
To kind of introduce the idea, yeah, that could be cool. Maybe even like only show it to the people that have mastered those gods first. So be like, oh, which tips do we give people?
Yeah, and then you can say, like, oh, these 4 out of the 10 tips would actually be helpful to me.
Yeah.
Show them, and then in the loading screen you get your little pro tip.
That'd be cool.
Is there a tips that? Hold on. What's in the middle of the loading screen? There's some text there.
There are tips, but there's like barely anything. It's like not helpful. It's not really helpful, to be honest.
Should just like make them god specific and helpful, I guess.
Or even things like buy wards in games.
You got a bit of a personal vendetta.
Yes.
How'd the last ranked game go, Danny?
Just buy wards. I haven't played ranked in a while. How did my last ranked game go? Hold on, I'm going to look this up. Round progress. Oh, I lost it. 3 and 4 is Agni.
Did no one buy any awards?
Stats. It doesn't show wards placed.
Doesn't show. Even though wards placed was a feature added in like season 3, they still haven't made it consistent.
So, that is it for the main part of the podcast.
Woo!
Woo! Time now for the brand new end section, which I like to call... I don't have a name for it yet, but I was going to discuss with you what name we should go for.
That is catchy.
The section. So, I need to pun the words spelling bee.
You're getting really lazy, aren't you?
Yeah. But no, this isn't lazy because I've got no. I've not just not picked a name. I've picked about 20 names.
You got 20?
This is less laziness. This is just not decisiveness.
Give me your favourite 5. I'm not going through 20.
No. I'm not, you don't have to comment on any of them. Just say if any of these tickle your fancy. Right, so for spelling bee, I've literally just gone through every god that ends with or has some sort of E in their name. Right. So spelling. These are all really cringe, by the way. Just
this is going to be a bad fight. I would advise for your health at home, skip forward for 5 minutes or so.
Prepare for the cringe.
So you don't lose 20 brain cells.
So spelling bee.
A lot of brain cells.
Spelling bee.
Yep.
Spelling Achilles. Spelling Agni. Spelling.
What is Agni again?
Spelling Aphrodite. Spelling Arachne. Spelling Ares. spelling Baron Samedi. That's probably that one. Spelling Hercules. Spelling Izanami. Spelling.
It just sounds like you're trying to spell the God's name.
I know, you're trying to spell the God's name, yeah, that's what I thought.
Spell Izanami.
Yeah.
I-Z-I.
Spelling Kali. Spelling Kepri. Spelling Loki. Spelling Neath. Spelling Nike. Spelling Pili. Spelling Skadi. Spelling Jean-Qui. But I've thought about this one for a long time.
Jean spelling
because this is different. Spelging way.
That one's better for just the way that you say way.
Well, yeah, because you kind of have to spelging way.
Way.
Or these last three, like this one and the last two, are kind of like my best. So it's spelging way, spelling Amusenkab because he's a bee, or
spelling Amusenkab. Yeah.
I think probably my personal favourite, spelling he. Bow.
Spelling
at least it is just one syllable.
I prefer the one that I thought of. I prefer Jean spelling Qui.
No, because then the God's name isn't together. Don't
That's
like it.
fine.
For all the other end sections, we've had the God's name perfectly in there. I'm not changing that.
Okay. Then I think I agree with you. We have to go with the spelling he.
Spelling he.
Bow.
My microphone peaked. So,
It's fine.
If you hadn't already guessed, we're doing a spelling bee.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Really?
So we've done this kind of before with the normal quiz things, like the Are You Smarter Than a 10-year-old stuff. But it's a whole quiz just about spelling.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I would never have guessed that.
So, I have 10 words for you to spell here.
This is gonna go so badly.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds for each one.
Oh
but,
god!
But if you haven't, like that's 30 seconds more of thinking time and time to lock in an answer. If you haven't locked in an answer, I'll give you time to say what you've got from that 30 seconds. So you can write stuff down, but just no searching and no smiting.
Okay.
Alright. Make sense?
This is gonna go so badly. Yep.
Awesome. Right, here we go. Your first word is
Your first word.
transcendence. These are all Smite related words, obviously.
Okay. When does the timer start when you say
Time
it?
starts
Does
as
the
I
timer
said it.
start
Time started. You've had 7 seconds. Let me know what you think.
There's definitely the C after the S,
Okay.
which I think you were going to be trying to catch me out with.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. The thing for me, is it transcendence or transcendence? It sounds really weird when you say transcendence.
Okay, it's been 30 seconds. What's your spelling?
TRANSCENDENCE. I'm doubting it now.
Correct! Ding, ding,
Oh!
ding.
Okay. Awesome.
Well done. That's one.
As I said it, I was like, it's transcendence. Okay, it's fine.
Congrats. Wait, actually, I will just check I've spelt it right. I did look in the game. Hold on. Transcendence. Yes, that's right. Here we go. Second word.
Second word.
Sovereignty.
This is one that I should know because I see it. And I know that it's got a G somewhere, so it's going to get confusing. Sovereignty. Oh, it's because it's like sovereign. It's a word.
Wow.
I've never realised this before. Because Because it's like sovereignty, because it's sovereign. Okay. I think I can't press space as well because it'll give me a red underline on the word.
That's time up.
But it's the end. Does it end in a Y? It doesn't end in a Y. Okay. SOVEREIGN T Y. I don't think it's a Y. I don't think it's a Y.
Yeah, I think it's a Y. What do you think it is?
I don't know. It's just not a Y. It's not double E. It's not EA. It's not IE. Must be a Y. But I don't think it's a Y.
It is a Y.
Oh, okay.
You're correct. Bing, bing, bing. I always get caught up by the fact that we always call it sovereignty, but there's no I in between the N and the T. It's sovereignty.
Yeah, sovereignty is a word.
Yeah. But we all call it sovereignty.
I think it would look cuter if it ended in IE.
IE. Oh, so cuter.
Yeah.
No, it looks disgusting. Next word. Gibalonque.
Ooh. Expolanqua. I know this one because we make fun of it for being spelt weirdly.
Yep.
So I'm going to assume that Expolanqua, which is what I call it, is perfectly phonetical, which might be a bad assumption. Expolanqua. That looks right. That must be right. I'm going to lock this in. XBALANQUE.
Correct. 3 out of 3.
Okay. I doubt it because I may not have been QU, but it looks right.
These aren't really getting progressively harder either. They're kind of just random. Your next word.
You've put a lot of effort into this, haven't you?
Okay. This is
look through SMITE and find some long words. Yep.
There's actually a couple of words. This one. Hieroglyphic assault, which is .1. I'll give you okay. No, I will give you 30 seconds because assault's fine.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do this in sticky notes so it doesn't do the red underline. Hyro with an I. Glyphic PH, right? There's a Y. Yes, glyph has got a Y in it. So hieroglyphic. It's LYP, I think.
Thumbs up.
And then assault.
What you got?
HIR. That was really loud. HIROGLYPHICASSAULT.
So close.
What?
There's an E in between the I and the R of hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic?
Hieroglyphic.
Oh yeah, there is,
hieroglyphs. So close. I wanted you to get
That's
that.
weird. Okay. I thought the Y was where you were trying to catch me out, and I was really proud of myself for remembering there's a Y in it. That's the first one that I've been confident on. Today I've learned I need to not be confident, and then I get a higher chance.
There you go. Your fifth word. Icaval.
Ooh. It's itchable, isn't it? Icaval. Icaval? It's definitely Val. ICH and then VAL. But what's in the middle? Is it an E or an A? You can hear me just tapping my keyboard.
Yeah.
As I move around the word to make it look like a word.
Thumbs up. What you got?
Oh wait, there's an I in it, isn't there? Wait, is there an I in it?
Thumbs up. What you got?
ICHEVAL. But it might be an I.
Where to put the I?
After the CH.
After CH. Yeah. Okay, that's very wrong. First of all, it's an A in between. Secondly, the I goes after the A. Itch-a-val.
Itch-a-val.
Yeah.
That looks complete. I would never have got that. That looks completely wrong.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, it is correct.
I was doing so well. I was 3 for 3, and now I'm 3 for 5.
3 for 5. That's pretty good still. Still over half. It's your 6th word. Cabrakan's one. Seismic crush.
Don't do this to me. SEI, seismic crush. Is that how you spell seismic? Is there any other way that you could spell seismic? But because it's SEIS, it's not a Z. Might be a Z. It's not a Z. SEISMIC. What other way of spelling seismic is there?
Time's up.
SEISMICCRUSH.
We should be doing this in like spelling bee fashion, where you say like seismic crush, SEISMICCRUSH, seismic crush.
I don't know what spelling bee fashion. I don't know how
you say the
spelling
word
bees
before
work.
and after your spelling. You
Okay.
know that?
No.
Oh,
Is that right though?
it is correct.
Woo!
Very good. For Essex, your 7th
Thank you, Danny.
rod of Asclepius.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Or rod of Asclaps. If
Can I spell it Asclaps?
you cannot spell it Asclaps. No.
Fuck, I can
That's
spell
That's the
Asclaps.
bonus round.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes, I will shove my rod of Asclepius so far up your ass claps.
Why? I
Time's
don't
up.
think they would say that in an official spelling bee. I don't know why.
I think they would. Time's up.
I would just spell Asclepius phonetically. That's the best guess that I have. So, rod of Asclepius. RODOF. I'm confident in that bit. ASCLEPEUS.
Oh!
I just went phonetically. I don't know if
It's
that's wrong.
so close.
It's
Again.
the Pius, isn't it? It's not PEUS.
It isn't. What is it?
I don't know.
It's
Just looks wrong.
PIUS.
EIU. There's some weird combinations of vowels in here. What are high-res basing? They just put I's everywhere. All the ones that I've got wrong so far, they've just thrown I's randomly in the middle of words.
Also, I don't think it's them. I think these are all mythological there.
When high-res invented the word Asclepius,
When Horus invented mythology.
yeah, they shouldn't have thrown I's after high. Why did high-res put an I in hieroglyph?
8th word. Odin's 3.
Oh, ODINSTHREE.
Correct.
Woo!
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm joking. Gungnir's Might.
Gungnir's Might. No, it's Norse, so I'm going to assume that it ends in IR, because that's what Norse seems to do.
Right.
Gungnir's Might.
Gungnir's Might.
I'm just spelling it phonetically, but with IR.
Go on then. Thumbs up.
It's not Gungnir's, it's Gungnir's.
Gungnir's Might.
Gungnir's Might. GUNGIR apostrophe SMIGHT.
I did say it 3 times, just to make sure you heard it right. Gungnir's
wrong?
Might.
Oh, is there an N after the G?
There is an N after the G.
Why are there so many N's?
So many N's and I's. What?
Why are there so many letters and words? But like, is there any other word that goes NGN? That's just. Why are highways being dicks with their spelling?
I know, it's unbelievable. Your ninth word, Pythagorum's piece.
Okay, so it's Pythagorum's. As someone that uses Pythagoras' theorem a lot, I should really be able to do this.
That is true.
PYTH, Pythagoras is piece. Well, also, why is Pythagoras in mythology as well?
Don't know, actually.
There's probably some history behind this.
30 seconds up.
There's probably history involved in this historical debate. God, 30 seconds goes quickly.
When you talk about Pythagoras a lot, yeah.
His name just takes a while to say.
Yeah.
Okay, this is probably wrong. Pythagoras' piece. Wait, shit. Is the I before
Can I
the
say
E
that
or
again?
after the E? Okay. Oh, I'm not going to change it, but I'm doubting the position of my I.
I will repeat the word again.
Piece.
I will repeat the word again. Pythagorum's piece.
What?
Just so you know.
Oh, fuck.
What's your spelling?
Can I change my answer?
You can change
Because-
it. You can change it as you say it. Go for it.
But I can't write it down.
Doesn't have to be what you've written down.
But can I write down a new thing? Because I can't.
You need to
Think
say
this
it
one
right
in.
now.
Okay. PYTH.
Yes, you can write it down as you say it.
Okay. PYTHAGORUM apostrophe S PIECE.
You got piece right. You got the I and the E the right way around.
I had a sudden panic. But I don't think I spelled
Pythagoras'
Pythagoras.
piece.
What?
Is it even anything to do with Pythagoras? Must
I
be,
don't
right?
fucking know.
It must be, right?
What are you quizzing me on that for?
Let's Google. Pythagorum.
You're leaving me on a cliffhanger here.
Sorry.
Did I get it right?
It doesn't really say anything. It just says about the Pythagorean theorem. It actually says Pythagorean theorem. No, you're not right.
Cool.
It's a E instead of a U. Pythagorum's piece.
Pythagoras' piece. Huh.
Mm.
Oh, I panicked so much when you said Pythagoras. I thought you weren't going to let me write down my answer as I was saying it, at which point I would just be guessing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, so I can't keep track of letters and say them at the same time. That's too much for my little
I'm
brain.
obviously not making you send them, so like the idea is that you can do whatever you want on your side, just as long as you say it in time. And and the last one, you're 4 for 9.
Am I?
4 out of 9 right now.
God, that took a turn for the worst.
Hold on. Yeah, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I was doing so well.
Here we go.
Okay.
Last one.
Yep.
Guan Yu's third ability. Tallow Assault.
Is it 2 L's? I'm pretty sure it's OU at the end of Talu. But it's whether there's 1 or 2 L's. 1 L looks weird. I'm gonna go with 2 L's. Or there's probably an I somewhere. I'm tempted to put an I after the U, just because it's probably there.
Time's up.
TALLOU. Sorry, Tallow Assault. TALLOUASSAULT. Tallow Assault.
You got the right letters.
Don't make that sound. Okay, so there isn't an I.
Yes, there is 1 L.
Is that the only difference?
The O comes before the L. It's Teolu Assault.
What? I got it completely wrong. Taolu Assault. What's wrong with old people? They didn't know how to spell.
And with that, I think we should probably call it for the day. You managed to get 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Because apparently my brain isn't functioning.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Oh god.
Honestly, not a huge amount to say after this, so I think...
If you made it this far and didn't get bored and rage quit this podcast, then thanks.
And let us know how you did. I guess if you played along, which... yeah.
Everyone obviously did.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, and we will see you for episode 10! Oh boy! And potentially have SoundCloud.
That's clapping, by the way.
We might have SoundCloud, that'd be cool as well.
You didn't hear that, I'm glad. Okay.
Take care.
And I'm Purley.
Oh no.